Hello again, a very warm welcome to you all. My name is Deni Kay and I'm here today to share with you my whiskey of 2021, my worst whiskey of 2021, and then also my best value buy for 2021. Now, for those of you who follow the channel, you would have already seen that I've done a review and a video on each of these three whiskies in front of me here. So perhaps you may already be able to take a guess as which is which. But for me to quite simply kick off with my worst whiskey of 2021, the biggest loser for me was the Macallan Edition number 6. Obviously, this sixth and final release in the Edition series. I did a review on this. I thought it was quite underwhelming and disappointing, especially given the price point, and it's only gone up since then. So much so that I then did a review of the Edition 2, which for me is probably the best out of the series, because I felt I almost needed to do a little bit of a make good, just to actually give everyone a bit of a positive out of that range. I'm sure most people aren't overly fussed because they've probably needed to buy it to round out the series and have it on their shelf to complete the collection. But for me, very, very, very disappointing dram. Takes out my biggest loser of 2021. Biggest winner of 2021 for me was Glengyle's Kilkerran 8-year-old cask strength. This was released in January 2021 and exclusively matured in Oloroso sherry casks. Now, garnered quite a following, especially over the last few years. Really no surprise given the quality of the whiskey and also its connection to Springbank Distillery as well. So much so that they have plans to open a third distillery in the coming years. Keep in mind that Glengyle Distillery only runs at roughly about 50% capacity at the moment, and the plan is not to ramp that up to 100% before the third distillery opens. I think the plan is quite simply just to continue to make enough whiskey out of the distillery to keep us all happy and really not lose touch of what they're all about. Now, that was my absolute winner of 2021. That was a 2021 release. It will come as no surprise to anyone who has watched my videos or followed my channel over the last year that the Lecheag 10-year-old is my best value buy of 2021. You will know how much of a fan I am of Tobermory Distillery, and I have been talking up the distillery not just all year, but for years and years now. 50% of the year the distillery produces an unpeated whiskey, obviously bottled under the Tobermory name, and then 50% of the year, the other 50%, heavily peated whiskey under Lecheag. And in my opinion, goes toe-to-toe with any peated whiskey out there, even anything off Islay. To be honest with you, I think that the quality of the whiskey is second to none. The price point makes it an absolute no-brainer for me. I hope that the price point stays around where it is. Normally what starts to happen, as you know, the more popular it gets, you start to see that price point jump up a little bit, but I still think it's out there at a very, very, very good price point. So I think when you look at price versus quality, there is a lot of value with this one, which is why it takes out my best value buy for 2021. Now, if you haven't actually seen the videos that I've done on these, you can go back on my channel, find them, and you can revisit them or you can watch them. Give me your thoughts on your best or worst bottle of 2021, and also your thoughts on my lineup here as well. I'd love to hear about it, so feel free to leave me a comment. If you don't already subscribe, you should. This will be my last video for 2021. However, I have quite a backlog of whiskies already that I'm planning to sit down and review in 2022. Some really, really interesting ones that hopefully you will enjoy. So I hope that you join me for them next year. Hope that you already have a whiskey plan for your New Year's Eve dram. Hope that you have a safe one. Wish you all the best in 2022. So thank you very much once again for joining me this year. Cheers to you. Till 2022.